Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Nelia. Welcome back to my channel and back for another video. Today I'm going to be sharing some quick mini twist tips. Ooh, tongue twister, but here we go. So here I am starting with stretched hair. These are just some chunky braids that you saw me pull into the ponytail in the beginning of the video, but this is how I decided to start my hair this time. I didn't feel like dealing with any heat, but I will say when it comes to deciding between air drying or blow drying your mini twists, I prefer blow drying, and here you can see my blown out mini twist video. Click that if you want to see what it looks like when I start off on blown out hair, which I personally believe lasts a little bit longer, but this time I didn't want to bother with the heat and I just stretched it out overnight with some clean, fresh washed hair. Now we want to talk about products. When it comes to mini twists, you want something that provides moisture and holds. So for me, this set, I used a cream and I used an edge control and also a gel. I balanced between these three products. I like to put the edge control near the root of my part just to get the part really smooth and sharp, especially in the front. In the back, I don't mind as much, but the front you see more often, so that's what I did here. So I'm going to show you guys the difference between a twist with gel and a twist with edge control. So first here is the edge control. Now edge control I like because it does have a very firm grip, but I don't like, of course, the amount you have to use to do your entire head. And of course you guys know edge control comes in a smaller type of jar versus a gel. Here I am starting with the braid for my mini twist. I highly recommend this if you have thin, fine hair like I do. You don't want the mini twist to slip out and lose its place, so I always anchor it down with a 3-strand braid, and then I begin to mini twist. Next, we're going to follow up with this Eco Styler gel. I don't have a real favorite. I would say maybe the flaxseed one. That's the one with the black top. I think that one is pretty much my favorite, only because I do like the shine it provides. But yeah, here's the size sections I grab, by the way. Usually they're rectangular and maybe half an inch wide. I don't know measurements, but this is what I usually grab for. It's literally just a pinch of hair. I'll pinch my hair and whatever comes out of that pinch is where I start twisting. So here we go with the gel. The edge control has a tighter hold on the mini twist. Gel does have a lighter hold, but it's also more moisturizing. So I kind of, as you can see here, I used both. I go back and forth on which one I should be using, but the results in the end are slightly different. Not too much a difference to the outside eye, but of course, use which one is better for your hair needs at the time. So here they are. The top one is the gel and the bottom one is the edge control, and you can tell that the edge control one on the bottom is a little bit tighter than the top one, and that's because gel does provide moisture, which is a little bit of wetness, so your hair will puff up a little bit more rather than with the edge control. So here's movement tests also. The edge control one, if you can notice, does not move as much as the gel one, so that's also another thing to keep in mind when choosing which one to use. Now, as you guys already know, mini twist is a very timely process. I would say this set I did in 2 days, so maybe 3 hours first day, 3 hours the second day. So 5 to 6 hours is usually my time for these, but the end results are always worth it, and it is a style you can do by yourself at home. With a little bit of practice and finding the right products, you're going to have the end result you desire. I was talking about this on Instagram, but mini twist took me about 3 to 4 years to figure out what combinations I like and how my hair reacts and which way does better versus this way. And even now it's still a learning process. My hair is starting to change a little bit. A video on that another day, but it's just a process, and it's actually a fun process, and I do love this style and adore it. So over time, you'll figure out what works best for you. Here are the final results. They're just so neat and in these cute little parts. I never really cared for the first day. They're just so flat and perfect and just new and fresh looking, but as the time goes on they kind of grow out and like flow better and just curl up a little bit more. So yes, here is day number 1. So here we are about 2.5 weeks later in a whole entirely different apartment. But here we are, and as you can see, the roots have grown out tremendously. When I tell you guys, I put these mini twists through a lot. I went to the cabin, which had tons of humidity, and I just worked out basically 3 or 4 times a week. So these things have been through it, and as you can see, they pretty much held up. I could have retouched them a little bit, but I was ready to move on to the next style. But here we go with the takedown process. Now I can say the takedown process should be shorter than the installation, but you know, since I try not to use combs as much lately, as you guys know from that video, I use a lot of finger detangling methods. So here I just take apart the twist and use my thumbs to kind of rake through that twist, grab any shed hair, which there's going to be tons of shed hair, and any knots and things that may have happened along the way, and we move on to the next twist. So as you can just see, this is a pretty timely process on the account of there's 100+ twists in my head, but worth it because we don't want to cause damage and knots. Now this little tuft of hair at the top there, that is where I had some heat damage and I decided to snip it while it was in the mini twist because it just looks so strangly. I hated it. So here goes the journey of growing out these front parts of my hair that I had leftover heat damage from that disastrous straightening routine that, well, I didn't do it, but I got my hair done last December. So growing it out ever so slowly. Now here's a little method I do just to help with the detangling process. Mini twists maybe a quarter way up, and then I decide to actually allow myself to detangle with the Felicia Leatherwood brush, and I try to do 1 or 2 passes through those sections, and then I twist them out. I twist them up and out of the way. This just helps with the whole removing shed hair and getting through all the tangles. Finger detangling is a great start, but that brush really brings it all together at the end, especially when I'm about to take out a protective style. I do allow myself a few passes with the detangling tool. So as you saw there, 1 or 2 passes and then on to twisting, and it's detangled. It's good to go. It's ready for the next style. And here we go. This is the next day. I took out all the chunky twists that I had in my head, and this is what my hair looks like. Thirsty. So we're going to follow it up with a pre-shampoo and then on to my wash day routine, which is this video right here, my natural hair wash day routine for growth, which I love and still follow. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one.